How to let go of anxiety as an entrepreneur. Here are a couple of thoughts. First of all, what always helps is to speak it out. Because the nature of anxiety and fear is that we don't want to look at it, right? It's such a negative feeling. We don't look at it, but we don't want it, and we just repress it and we're like, where is this coming from? And at some point it's just so much, and it's getting, by the way, bigger if you don't look at it. Getting more afraid, like procrastinating on something, and you don't look at it, and it's such a massive thing you have such fear of. But if you then take a closer look and do it, it's actually maybe only 10% as fearful as you thought. So it's about the unspoken. First of all, call it out. What are you afraid of? What is the thing that, what might be the worst case that might happen? And also your general attitude, like the entire concept you're afraid of. Let's rip this apart. Let's talk about it. This is the very first thing. And you can do this with anyone. You can do this with a friend. You can do this with your partner. But I want you to take a closer look and fully surrender to what you're afraid of. First step. Also, what I want to say is, and again, maybe this is not something that is you, but I noticed this with a lot of entrepreneurs who feel a lot of anxiety, and that there is some suppressed anger and aggression. And that's the nature of this feeling anyway. People who are anxious, they don't often set their own boundaries. They don't take full responsibility. They don't go out and speak up for themselves. They more stay anxious, and then they actually don't live up their own desires and needs, and that subconsciously makes them a little bit angry because they don't live up their full life. And that's easy to say now. I mean, it's just the big picture process that I'm sharing, but it's easy to say. This video will not probably help you with that, but so you know which direction to take. What might be helpful is that you are getting a little bit angry. You're actually thinking about, what opportunities did I lose because of my anxiety the last years? What could I have? What are my needs? What do I want? And what I haven't done? And this usually makes people a little bit like angry, of like, oh damn it, what did I do here? And now we're talking, because now energy is coming up, right? We're not in this anxious state anymore. We're in this angry state, like, what the hell is going on? Like, and this is not what I want things to be. And then we can turn this anger into deliberate courage, into an action, into changing something, facing the fear and tackling it. Yeah. I'm just thinking about one of the clients I talk to these days, and he was afraid to take a closer look at the finances. Because he need to cut a couple of expenses, or he need to in some way figure out how to make more money, but he didn't take a closer look. And when I told him, hey man, like, take a closer look, do it, and he said, nah, I don't, like, can you not like give me any like other advice how I can just let go of this fear? And I said, what you're trying to do right now is you're putting your thumb on the table and you're hammering on your thumb. And then you come to me and say, Marco, my thumb hurts. And I'm saying, well, yes, maybe you should just not hammer on your thumb. And then he's like, yeah, no, I just want to keep doing this movement, but how can I, improve and not feel my thumb anymore that hurts? Well, that doesn't work. You need to take a closer look, and you need to also make sure and open up to those emotions that you're having right here and the feelings that you're having. Very important. And then you start to slowly change. Tangibly, it means this is the big picture here. Tangibly, if you're having anxiety, you need to step up for yourself. Cut tasks, say no to things, say no to people, get productive and get it done. Face it. Call the people you need to call. In psychotherapy, they also call it exposure therapy. Expose yourself to it. And learn that the fear is not as fearful as you thought. Often it helps to start easy. You don't need to have the most difficult conversation at the beginning. If it's about difficult clients you need to talk to them. if you once in a while have people and clients that are calling you out and you need to have those difficult conversations, then just again, like, be aware of it, take your time beforehand, maybe meditate for a bit, go for a walk, feel into the emotion that is coming in, fully surrender to it. So be very aware when you go through this process, and over time it will become better. Yeah. If you want to go a bit more detailed, if you want to fully work this out and maybe also take the quick highway road and get there fast, then it might be helpful that we are talking. You can schedule a call. There's a link below. We can just have a free first call where we at the end also schedule a full free strategy call where we get a detailed strategy for you. This is already helpful. So just this free call, just this free interaction with me will be already a game changer. So I invite you for that. And then, of course, we can afterwards talk about whether working together makes sense, whether we want to do this, how this would look like. Yeah, but again, already this free call is free and valuable. So sign up for that right now, and I'll talk to you soon.